Hi, this is Erica, and I know you haven't seen my face for quite some time, but I am back today with another home organization video, and I am very excited about this one because I finally got the opportunity to organize someone else's space besides my own. So today I'm going to show you a kitchen pantry that I organized for a family member. And I'm really excited about this one because if you remember before, when I organized my pantry, I was on a dollar store budget. So with this particular pantry, I was actually able to have a decent budget and go out and shop at some of the stores that I really like, such as the Container Store, Amazon, and Target. So we're gonna jump right into it and I'll show you how everything went. And I think that my client was really excited with the results, and so was I. If you have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button underneath the video and also give me a thumbs up indicating that you like the video. Leave a comment below letting me know what you would like to see more of in the future. This is what the pantry looked like before I started, and it looks like a small pantry, but it's actually a pretty nice size. There are just a lot of things crammed in here, so it's hard to see everything that's inside of the pantry. I think this is what happens with a lot of people when it comes to the pantry, is that if you don't have a system that states where everything belongs, how everything is organized, then we start to just dump things into the pantry and then it becomes somewhat of a mess, and it actually creates a little bit of chaos in your life because you're buying things that you may already have in your house. You're not prepared for dinner or packing your lunch or for getting ready for breakfast because you can't actually see what you have in your pantry so that you can prepare your meals. I don't think we always fully understand the impact of having an organized space, how it can positively affect our overall life. So my process has not changed at all. I'm always going to start with just clearing everything out of the space, remove everything from the space, and get it set up so that it can be organized. Now that I'm removing everything from the pantry, you can actually now see that it's a pretty nice sized pantry and it has a lot of space and there's a lot of food in here. We just have to work towards getting the right system in place. now that I have removed everything from the pantry, I'm just going to go around and show you the amount of things that were crammed into this pantry. Of course, they have their food, but they have serving dishes, cake plates, lunch boxes, things that we all have in our pantry. So I think seeing it now outside of the pantry from this point of view, there was really a lot crammed in there, and there's no way that you can get a good full use out of the space when you can't see everything that you have. Of course, once I have emptied the space, I'm going to get it cleaned up. I'm going to wipe the shelves down. I'm going to sweep the floor and just make sure that as everything starts to go back in, that we have a nice clean slate. I like to start with taking the products that I have purchased and placing them in the space and just kind of mapping everything out so that I can mentally visualize how it's going to look once I place all of the items, and then where all of the items should go when I put them back into the space. These bins that I have, the white bins that I put in here first, those came from the Container Store. I have a couple Lazy Susans that I picked up from IKEA. The client had some storage containers already that she wanted to continue to use, so I tried to find something to match those. The can organizer stacker came from Target. I am just going to play around with the arrangement of everything to make sure that everything fits properly, and then I'll start to put the food back into the pantry. I think it is just so important to have containers and just to have everything fit into a certain space so that it's not falling over. You could just take everything and sit it in your pantry on the shelves, but then you start to get items that don't go together. They're starting to mix in with other items, and then things are falling over and you can't find things. So containers are key for me. And if I didn't mention before, the crates that are on the bottom shelf also came from IKEA. This over-the-door rack came from Target, and this is going to give us some extra space for storing things that maybe would not fit into the pantry before. So I'm just going to jump right in and start adding the things back into the pantry, and if I need to adjust and move some things around later, then I will do that later on. client wanted airtight containers to be able to put the dried goods that were in the pantry in those containers so that they would stay fresh. This was probably the most difficult part because there were a lot of pieces to this set of containers, and I had to wash and dry all of them. I filled them all with the flour, sugar, cereal, all of those types of things. And then I like to take a dry erase marker and write the expiration dates of things on the bottom of the containers to make sure that we're not using expired items because they're not in their original packaging. So I got everything back into the pantry, and this was the end of day one. I kind of left a little bit of homework for the client. I have terrible handwriting, so I did purchase labels for them as well. And their homework was to write on the labels for me because, again, my handwriting is terrible. So this was the end of day one, and of course everything was not complete. And as you can see, I did remove the Lazy Susans. They just did not work out in the space for the items that they had. And I took them back to IKEA. And I think it's good when you're organizing a space to maybe purchase some different types of products, maybe get a few extra things. And if they don't work out, you can always return them later. So I came back for day two and I put all of the labels on the containers. We have our lunch boxes. We have some small appliances. Bottled water will go in that empty crate at the bottom. I rearranged some of the things on the shelves to make them more accessible for the client. The pantry, this particular pantry was a little bit dark, so I did feel like there was some type of lighting needed. So I did come back on a different day and I installed a light for the pantry just to brighten everything up. But I was so pleased with how everything turned out, and the homeowner, the client, she was very pleased with everything. And they have a little bit of space to add some things going forward. And then once they're grocery shopping and unpacking the groceries, they will know where everything goes. And I added a battery operated light bulb from Amazon to just brighten up the pantry a little bit so that you can see everything that's inside. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my page, give me a thumbs up, and also leave a comment below letting me know what you would like to see more of. And hopefully going forward you will see more of me. Thank you again for watching.